cause y'all ain't getting in. Unless you do.
Bounce, it's the new 12 play. Bounce, like Elway bounce. I wanna see your tail shake. Bounce.
What up, what up, what up? I was just thinking about this time that I was in New York, and I, on Tuesday nights, used to go to Sutra. Sutra is really, really great dancing on Tuesday nights. They play all old school hip-hop and R&B. It's guaranteed good time. So I was there one night with some friends, and they had this hype man beside the DJ, this MC. Every now and then would drop a rhyme, and I turned to my friends and I'm like, this is a whack MC. I'm going to go up there and show them how it's done. They can't even hold me back. I go over. Excuse me, you want to pass me the mic? He's like, all right, let me hear you first. Let me hear you in my ear. Okay, so I drop a freestyle in his ear, and he's like, all right, you can do it. So he hands me the mic, and I drop a couple rhymes. The crowd's jumping. It's going well. And then I pass it back to him. Thanks a lot. Go back to where my friends are, and people start coming up to me, and they're like, holy props, I can't believe you just went and took the mic from Grand Puba. What? Yeah. The whack MC was Grand Puba. I had no idea. Since we're on the topic of celebrities, I've been thinking lately how it seems that a lot of female musicians seem to do something crazy with their hair. I don't have crazy hair. I've got natural hair color, and I've just been starting to think, like, what happens if I end up in the public eye again, or I'm going to be on a magazine cover or something. Do I have to color my hair lavender or mint green? Or half pink? Or am I allowed to keep my natural hair? Is that entertaining to the public? Or people that just are covered in tattoos, and they're like, I just don't give a blah. I don't give a bah. It's like, oh, well, you must give a blah about something. I mean, what is it that you don't give a bleep about? Is it about, if it's about waiting in line at the bank, then I'm with you, because I also do not give a blah about that. And in which case, I suppose I could get a Chevrolet truck tattoo across my neck and chest. Or a dancing pizza slice. I'm all for pizza. Pizza. ¿Qué más? This is this habit I picked up in Peru. Saying between things. Porque no estoy hablando castellano, pero dicen es lo que es. ¿Qué es lo que es? Yeah. So these tattoos, line in the bank. Yeah, I guess I could just get like a bunch of temporary tattoos and a wig. I don't have to go for it. I was in Montreal. I was a bartender at a place called the W Hotel. There was a restaurant called Otto. An Italian restaurant, Otto Benasera, and I was a bartender there. And you may remember the movie 300. So they were filming 300 in Montreal. If you've seen the movie, it doesn't look like it was filmed in Montreal, but blue screen or green screen. Yeah, so all the people that were filming the movie would come and kick it at my bar. They'd eat at the restaurant and then sit at my bar, and I'd entertain them. And it was a lot of stuntmen and people in the business that, like, in the film business that aren't so well known, because the movie was just all men. The main person that was known at the time was Gerard Butler, if that's how you say his name. And he sat at my bar, and all these people would sit at my bar, and it just basically turned into a mini LA, which means that everyone was wearing ripped jeans with fleur-de-lis and chains and striped button-up shirts with weird faded pattern jeans. How did that style become acceptable, P.S.? I don't know where or how that became cool to have distressed jeans with like fleur-de-lis patterns on it. It's a huge no-no. And some of these people were really nice and me and some of the other girls would go have a drink with them at the W bar when I was done work. My bar closed at 12, so we'd usually all go out after. And they were really nice and fun to be around. You know, it was like kind of having a different city within our city, all these people that, you know, were new to us. So I just couldn't get over the steez, the style. It was not very Montreal. And yeah, I mean, what am I saying? I'm wearing leopard print stripes and an Adidas jacket, but I don't know if you catch my drift. Yeah, okay. So one of the guys that we would kick it with and like party, I won't go too far into how they partied. They all partied pretty hard. It was pretty crazy to see, you know, because they had to wake up at like 7 or 8 a.m. to be on set. And one of them is actually quite famous now. I think he's up for an Oscar, Michael Fassbender. He was dating my friend Andrea and had to listen to me freestyle for countless hours and would try and like get into it too, but was probably mainly just annoyed by I was going through a phase then when I just like rapped all the time. And yeah, we'd get into like weird freestyle battle arguments. But yeah, now I see that he's doing some pretty cool things, and that's always inspiring. There was a little girl. I don't know if you guys have seen that little British girl, the 7-year-old Sophia Grace, who does the Nicki Minaj song, that bass song, what's Super Bass. And she's so cute. And she was on the Ellen Show. And she's a crazy Nicki Minaj fan. Oh my God, this is 7 minutes long. Sorry, still going. And Ellen says, "Do you want to meet Nicki? Okay, Nicki, come out." And it's the cutest meeting. She's freaking out, the little girl. And then Nicki says to her at the end, she says, this boggles my mind. She says to her, just music is great and music is wonderful, but like music second, school first, stay in school, books first. And then like the audience cheers. And I was just kind of like, what? I mean, it's shocking to me because, I mean, I didn't finish university, and my brother and sister are homeschooled. And, you know, there's lots of people that haven't finished school in the business. Kristen Stewart, the girl from Twilight, didn't finish grade 7. I just don't associate intelligence and success with finishing school. I feel like that's kind of an outdated thing to be like, stay in school. Am I the only one that thinks that? I'm not telling people to drop out of school. I feel like there's these catchphrases that people use to have some kind of message, but what's really behind it? I mean, like, does intelligence come from being in school? I think that there are other ways to cultivate genius and intelligence. And with that, this is almost a 10-minute video, so with that, let's listen to some intelligent music.
Here to the private party, where there ain't nothing but haters only.